Colorado?
Well, I think we are all seeing that the bill has come due for bad Democrat policies. There's not a single Democrat policy that I could point to and say, hey, this is really successful for American families, for moms and dads who are trying to put food on the table, trying to fill up their gas tank to go to work, for our children who have suffered in schools and out of schools, being kept out of schools. None of these policies are benefiting the American people. And now we are paying the price each and every day when our electric bill comes due, when we're paying for fuel at the gas pump. It's been 28 days since House Democrats passed the so-called ban on Russian oil. But guess what? We're still importing natural gas and we're still funding the Kremlin. 100,000 barrels of oil, Russian oil, are being brought into our country, purchased $10 million a day. This is absolutely unjust, un-American. We are funding both sides of this war right now. We pat ourselves on the back because we gave aid to Ukraine, but are still giving $10 million a day to Russia. And it doesn't have to be this way. America makes the cleanest energy in the world. In fact, our natural gas is 42% cleaner than what Russian gas is. American innovation, in particular fracking, has allowed America to be the global leader in reducing emissions globally since 2000. We need to stop buying Russian oil and gas, stop begging OPEC, stop looking to Venezuela, stop looking to Iran, and rely on the American roughneck. No one does it better than we do. And these liberal politicians are regulating our communities and our country into poverty. This is a national security threat that is taking place right now. We are seeing what happens when you don't put American energy first. Democrats are hell-bent on their destroy America first policies. And sadly, the Biden regime has continued its all-out war on American energy production. Instead of supporting the Keystone XL pipeline, issuing new leases and energy production and expediting permits for pipelines and natural gas exports, Joe Biden just released a budget calling for $45 billion in new taxes on American energy producers. Now is not the time for that. President Trump's America First policies kept gas prices low and built the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Well, Biden's using it as his get-out-of-jail-free card. Joe Biden's Produce Energy Anywhere But America strategy has gas prices doubling and our strategic reserve being drained quicker than Americans' bank accounts. Colorado's West Slope used to have a booming energy economy. I remember because the Roughnecks used to come into my restaurant, and I was really happy to clean mud off of my floors because that meant things were booming. That meant that business was really good. And now many of our businesses have had to close their doors because of these liberal politicians that I mentioned who regulate unnecessarily our communities into poverty. Republicans know the answer to this energy crisis, and we know how to lower gas prices. We have policies to do exactly this. I have a discharge petition on the House floor to return to President Trump's energy policies, and every Republican should be on that discharge petition so we can push this to the floor for a vote. Demand a vote on this so we can get America energy independent again, pursue energy dominance, and drill, baby, drill. And now I'd like to turn it over to the whip, Steve Scalise.